Michael and Joanna lovingly embraced their roles as parents, nurturing their cherished 8-year-old daughter, Lucy, who held an irreplaceable place in their hearts. With great pride, they had successfully guided Lucy's upbringing, instilling within her the virtues of goodness and impeccable behavior. Everyone in the neighborhood could testify to the little girl's good attitude and praised her parents for raising her well. Of all Lucy's good traits, one of the most admirable was her kindness. She exhibited kindness with every action she took. One fateful day, Lucy and her mom were driving home from school when she noticed a man begging in the street. Immediately, she told her mom to stop to help the beggar. Lucy asked her mom to get the man some groceries from a nearby store. Joanna wished to continue driving but had no choice but to listen to her adorable daughter, who was so concerned for the helpless man. Together, they went to the grocery store, and Lucy picked some items for the beggar. After they left the store, she held her mom's hand as they met the man, who was overwhelmed with joy after seeing the groceries. Lucy told the man to take care of himself and hugged him before leaving. Joanna also left the man with some money to buy some clothes. Joanna cried as she drove home. Her daughter's act of kindness melted her heart, and she thanked God for giving her such a sweet child. Besides being kind and generous, Lucy was also a clever girl. She loved animals too and usually played with them in her garden. She also looked after her parents' poultry farm and had names for all the chickens. Michael and Joanna must have thought they had seen all of their daughter's incredible qualities. However, unknown to them, she still had more in store for them. On Christmas Eve, Lucy wrote a letter to Santa Claus. She gave the letter to her dad, who told her he would head to the post office to mail it to Santa. Michael took Joanna's car and pretended he was going to the post office. However, he went to the supermarket to get some food for Christmas Day instead. While Michael was still in the supermarket, Joanna called him and reported that Lucy had disappeared. Immediately, Michael ran out of the supermarket and headed straight to the car. He drove home and met Joanna crying because she could not find Lucy anywhere. Michael comforted his wife and assured her everything would be all right. "Okay, take your car, I will take mine, and let's drive through the streets. We will find her, I promise," he said. However, they could not find his car keys. They searched everywhere in the house, but they were nowhere to be seen. Michael was confused and ran to the garage to see if his car was there, and it was. This was a strange occurrence. Michael jumped into Joanna's car without further ado, and they drove through the streets. While he was driving, Joanna, who was still crying, began to read their daughter's letter to Santa. Halfway through the letter, Joanna screamed, "She is in the abandoned house near the Italian restaurant. Go there." The abandoned house was located 100 meters from their home. When they arrived there, they found Lucy inside. The worried parents hugged their daughter, then Michael asked her what was going on. "Read her letter, honey," Joanna replied to her husband's question. Michael started reading the letter. In it, Lucy told Santa she did not want to receive any gifts for Christmas. Instead, she wanted him to do her a favor. "I am worried about your reindeer. I think they are so tired of flying to all the countries in the world. They should be free," Lucy wrote in her letter. She told Santa she would hide her father's car keys near the fireplace. Hence, when Santa gets to her house, he can find the car keys and take her father's car. "You can let your reindeer go back to the forest. I am sure they will feel better there," Lucy wrote. Michael started crying and smiled when he got to this part of the letter. He asked Lucy why she came to hide in the abandoned house. Lucy urged him to keep reading, so he did. In the letter, Lucy told Santa she knew it would be late by the time he got to her home, and his reindeer would need a place to spend the night before going to the forest. "I will prepare such a place in the abandoned house near the Italian restaurant. It is not far from our home," Lucy wrote. She promised to leave some food and warm blankets. However, she was unsure what the deer ate, but hoped they would like what she prepared for them. After reading Lucy's letter, Michael looked around and saw some warm blankets and pillows his daughter had brought for Santa's reindeer. There were also some sandwiches and soda on the table. Lucy told her parents she took some sandwiches with no meat just in case some of the deer were vegetarians. With immense love and pride, Michael and Joanna embraced their daughter, grateful for the extraordinary soul she possessed. In that moment, they wholeheartedly embraced her imaginative plan involving Santa and his reindeer. On the blissful Christmas morning, the beaming parents guided their daughter to an abandoned house, where they discovered a heartfelt note. To their astonishment, it was from Santa's reindeer themselves. The reindeer expressed their gratitude to Lucy for providing them with a resting place, detailing how Santa had embarked on his annual journey alone. using Michael's car to visit all the children. Lucy's eyes sparkled with delight as she read the note, discovering that the reindeer found her sandwiches with tomatoes and mozzarella to be delectable. She learned that Rudolph, being a vegetarian, appreciated her consideration. The letter concluded with warm wishes for a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, signed by Santa's loyal companions, the reindeer. Overwhelmed with happiness, Lucy beamed with excitement, her radiant smile a sight her parents had never seen before. They rejoiced in witnessing their daughter's immense joy and took solace in her compassionate nature. Truly, she was an extraordinary and delightful child.